Hey, how you doing? It's Jared Abrams with Cinema 5D, and I'm here with Tim Smith from Canon. Tim, we've talked to you a few times already, and you're always candid in your responses. You guys just came out with the 60D. You know, why a mid-level camera like this?
Yeah, good question. Probably the T2i market has been huge, but the T2i is still a consumer product. So we're looking for something to answer the difference between the consumer level 899 camera and the 7D, which is clearly sitting in the pro market, and the 60D seems to fit that. The flip-out screen is something, a direct response to a lot of requests for the flip-out screens, and some other subtle changes to it. So it's the 60D to me really is that word prosumer. You know, the 7D is a professional product for professional still shooters and obviously for video. The T2i is a great student camera plus a mom and pop camera, but the 60D is I think fits perfectly in the term prosumer. It's going to be used by pros and consumers at at $1099. It's a great little camera. So.
And you know, I think the real question on everyone's mind is, where's the 5D Mark III?
I got one in my bag, but I can't show it here because it's a rumor site. So. 5D Mark III is still a little ways away. I mean, they're talking about being candid. I mean, the 5D Mark II is selling so well at this point. The corporate demand to replace something that's constantly on back order, you got to consider the business model. But the question is, what do we do with a 5D Mark III? I mean, do we turn it into a digital cinema camera for the digital cinema people and all of a sudden have all the functions of a video camera on a HDSLR? Or do we stay true to the concept of the HDSLR and then move into a different area with different cameras? You will see, because there's 5 HDSLRs in our lineup now. So the concept of HDSLRs clearly cemented in what the consumers need, shooting video with these cameras. But maybe we need to take that whole camera to another level. Sure, there'll be a 5D Mark III, but whether or not it's a better video camera or a better still camera or the improvements are made on one or the other, or do we just come out and try to figure out what we're going to build next in terms of more of a video style camera? So we did introduce the 300, 305, which we've talked about, and then we just recently showed our 100, 105, which isn't going to ship till like next April or so. So we're way out of the early talking about those. So there's some conventional video cameras coming as well. So as far as this year goes, no 5D Mark III this year.
Is there any chance that we're going to get a firmware update for the 7D or the 1D Mark IV to get manual audio control like you've got with the 60D and the 5D Mark II?
It's not really on the roadmap at the moment, firmware up-wise. So there's no set dates. I doubt if you'd see it this year. As long as we keep getting that feedback, though, we can put more pressure on the developers to do that. Like I said before, I was really surprised at the upgrades they've already given us in terms of corporate culture. So things are changing at Canon, and I'm not saying never because it's possible, but it's not something that I've got like stuck in a bag somewhere that my samples have. So I wouldn't say anytime soon, but I won't say never.
Okay, can you tell me about Canon Expo? I happened to be there, and I got to see the new hairdryer. What can we expect from the 4K, what people are calling a hairdryer, but looks to be a pretty decent little camera?
The hairdryer. The hairdryer is not a camera. Okay? It's a concept piece. It was just a way of it. Really, if you actually had a screwdriver and could take that apart, you'd realize that really was just a housing with fans and a chip. One of the things this Canon Expo is, it's kind of a unique thing in the industry. We only do it every 5 years, and it's really to talk about technologies and where we're going as a company. So that design really don't think that that's a future design. That was really what they could do to house a lens, a chip, and a fan. And then if you looked at the bottom of it, there's a huge base on the bottom of that. That's where 90% of that camera was in the base, what we call a breadboard camera. So it's really just working concept stuff, something we typically don't introduce. I guess people sort of understand that when we show something, we're showing future product. Expo's not the same thing. We're showing future technologies. And the statement there is, 4K is a real world for us. We're not ignoring it, and we're going 4K. When and where, stay tuned. But we have a 4K chip producing a 4K image going to our monitors, by the way, which are 8K, and those are our own monitors as well. So really, Canon's future has a lot of great technology coming. Forget the design, just look at the concept. It was 2/3, which is just a size. It doesn't mean that the product will be 2/3. It just means that we now have a working 2/3 inch chip. We also had a 120 gig chip there. We had chips that could see color spectrums that our own eye can't see. There was a lot of really cool technology there that says we have the ability to do things in the future. It's kind of like a shot over the bow of the competition to say, you know what, we're not as far behind you or ahead of you as you think. This is what we're working on. So, and the stuff they showed is only the stuff they want to show. The stuff they're even working on that doesn't make it is even more amazing. So, yeah, hairdryers actually, it did look like a hairdryer. I got to be honest, that's what it looked like. But that's not a design for a camera, and Canon knows that. We design cameras. We design cameras all the time. So no, that's not a final product by a long shot.